College is such an incredibly demanding world, if not academically, then in terms of personal involvement. There are always so many things making demands of my time. I mean, classes, clubs, organizations, sports. And then on Lent, on top of everything else, I have to remember not to eat meat on Friday. I have to remember what I gave up for 40 days. There's always so much to remember to do. In today's reading from Leviticus, Moses says to Aaron and the tribal leaders of the Israelites how to make a perfect sacrifice. He teaches them rules and guidelines, the ways that will please God. But in the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus tells the parable of the sheep and the goats. He puts the sheep on his right and the goats on his left, and says to the sheep, "What you did for the least of my brothers, you did for me. You fed the hungry, you clothed the naked, you visited the imprisoned." And that sounds like a lot more you have to remember to do. But in actuality, it's not so different from what we do on a daily basis, even here in campus life. From the minute you get up and the time you go to bed, there's deadlines and papers and responsibilities and rules and everything you have to remember to do, everything you have to remember to get done. I mean, I'm writing a thesis. I'm constantly preoccupied. And I forget the important things. I forget to meet my friends for dinner. I forget to return my parents' phone calls. I forget that the important things are the people around me, not the deadlines I'm always racing to meet. I forget that God is found not in my footnotes or my bibliography, but in my brothers and sisters in Christ and all the people around me that I see every day. And it takes 2 extra seconds to smile and say good morning and make someone's day. 2 extra seconds that, okay, maybe I'm not going to get the book that I needed for class, but I really made a connection with another person, and that's the important part. Remembering to love them is really the important thing. Lent is a great time for introspection. Lent is a great time to realize what you're doing in the world around you and how you interact with the people you see. Lent is a good time to remember the important things are not the academics, necessarily, not the clubs, not the organizations, not the demands on your time that won't matter once you graduate. They are in the people.